Coming up on Bear News.
I think it motivates us to be out there even more, just to show them that we're here.
Cruising was a staple in this northern Colorado town. Now some may want it back.
I think just come out, see the vendors, and get to meet some new people.
We'll take you to a local craft fair.
My favorite part is just interacting with the kids.
And who isn't a fan of cute baby animals? We'll take you to that event. Bear News starts now.
Ooh, Bears, how you doing today? My name is Jalen Lee.
And my name is Kinsley Walker, and did you know that today is the last show?
Oh my gosh, please don't remind me. I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss the desk, I'm gonna miss the lights, the people, just everything,
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm gonna miss this class too. It's been fun and an amazing year, but I don't want to waste any more time of our last show. So Jalen, would you like to take away the last first story?
You know what? I would love to. What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into a night of horror. On Saturday night, a shooting broke out at the White House Correspondents Dinner. When the shooting began, Secret Service ran to the president while the audience filled with journalists took cover. The dinner was meant to highlight the importance of the press and the role of journalists.
I said earlier tonight that journalism is a public service. I saw all of you reporting, and that's what we do.
The suspect of the shooting is 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen and is expected to appear in federal court later today. For some of us at Bear News, this hits close to home as some of our future colleagues were at the event. Our hearts go out to those impacted.
Definitely. As we continue to reflect on events that shape our world, we want to turn to a story about remembrance and why it's so important to learn from history. TJ Gurney, Graham Taskerud, and I attended events throughout the week honoring Holocaust Remembrance. The Holocaust is not just something you read about in a textbook. It's real history that still matters today. It was the mass murder of 6 million Jewish people carried out by Nazi Germany under Adolf Hitler during World War II. And even though it happened decades ago, the impact has not faded. This is why remembering is so important. This is not just history, but a reminder of what can happen. It is a warning not to repeat history. To guarantee that Weld County remembers, the Holocaust Memorial Observances of Greeley and Northern Colorado Committee put on a week of events in remembrance. The week included a memorial service, keynote speakers, book discussions, film screenings, and an address by Sylvia Ruth Gutmann, a hidden child survivor who talked about her life after moving to America.
I bought a little townhouse in San Diego. Beautiful country.
Even with the heaviness of revisiting this history, the week did not end in silence. It ended in music. A Klezmer concert brought the community together. It was not just as a performance, but as a celebration of Jewish culture and resilience.
So Klezmer music arose in, it's Ashkenazic Jewish celebratory music. Ashkenazic meaning Eastern European Jewish music. Specifically, not Sephardic, but the Jews of the diaspora who settled in Eastern Europe.
It's a reminder that while the Holocaust represents unimaginable loss, it did not erase people, their traditions, or their identity.
It's important to understand our history. Well, the Greeley Police Department has recently posted on Facebook warning the community of a potential scam. Some residents have been getting calls from the Weld County Sheriff's Office saying that they have an active warrant and will be arrested unless they pay a civil penalty. Police say that the Sheriff's Office will never call to demand money, to hang up immediately, and to never share your personal information.
And while that might be a scam, be careful if you're cruising in Longmont as people are getting ticketed. TJ Gurney went out to find out more.
Road signs. We see them every day. Postings meant to inform, encourage safe driving, and keep us aware of what's on the road.
But most of these road signs tell you how you should drive, but what about a sign that tells you why you should drive? Well, if you live in the Longmont area, these strange postings might be an everyday occurrence to you.
Well, we didn't like them, Cruising started back in 1930 here in Longmont. It used to be like more of a drag, hot rod stuff.
After all, what does cruising even mean? Well, the Longmont Code of Ordinances describes the act of cruising as operating a motor vehicle past a traffic control point more than 3 times in the same direction within any 3-hour period. So, if you're looking to have a night out on the town in one of the many no cruising zones around here, you might want to put those plans in park.
I think it motivates us to be out there even more, just to show them that we're here, we're not going anywhere.
Violation of this law can get pretty costly too, with a first-time offense costing you a cool $125. And it only gets pricier from there.
The no cruising laws around here in Longmont are meant to keep traffic flow smooth and to prevent dangerous activities with large group gatherings.
The postings hark back to a time when younger folks would take over the streets and cruise up and down the strips. And while these sounded like a fun hangout, a 4-2 vote in 2006 found that cruising needed to be limited.
I grew up in the culture. For me, it's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle, you know, and I grew up around it. I teach my kids it.
Large group gatherings at places such as Victory Motors, which used to be a hamburger restaurant back in the day, were part of the problem that caused the congested traffic.
And now what remains is a puzzling bit of legislature that attempts to regulate pieces of inner city culture.
As far as for me, I'd love to see them go down, you know, and I know that there's a lot of things in the works as far as the city of Longmont trying to do that.
Well, Bears, looks like you better pay attention to those road signs and your surroundings.
And speaking of keeping an eye on things, if you've been watching Bear News, you remember that we covered a record store day last week. But the fun doesn't stop there. Yet another record show popped up over the weekend.
All right, well, if you guys know me, you know I just can't stay away from those record store events. Behind me here in Breckenridge Brewery, it might not look like it, but inside there is one of the biggest record sales events for Northern Colorado of the year.
Past the symphony of noisy pipes and large metal tanks is the warehouse of Breckenridge Brewery. Now, what would usually be a large workspace for your favorite brews got turned upside down this Saturday. Instead, pop-up venues and tables were scattered all throughout the space. The reason? An annual event that unites music lovers all across the Northern Colorado area. Hundreds of crates and thousands of records, all for attendees to browse. CDs, 45s, special box sets, all right here.
I actually don't own a store or anything. This is on my private collection. I've been collecting for probably 55 years of music.
But it's not just the record sellers who benefit. Sellers of hi-fi equipment and local names like CSU all had a place here.
So we're just here to support. We're giving away a free turntable today. Talk to people about their setups. We always love to hear about what they have at home.
It's just it's a comforting thing to be around other people who are seeking the same kind of music that either we have or just that they're looking for. It's just cool.
So while it's easy to look at this and say, hey, it's just another record show, a closer look in the grooves might help you change your tune.
These are all like-minded people. We're all looking for the same stuff. We're all feeling the same way about music. You know, whether it's, you know, buying, selling, looking, providing, we all have the same love and desire to connect over these things.
Seeing the community come together and seeing all the independent vendors in there, now that's a priceless thing. TJ Gurney with Bear News, signing off.
Great video, TJ. So, do you like to collect vinyls?
I do. I have a couple signed Sabrina Carpenter vinyls, things like that.
Okay, I also like collecting vinyls. I mean, like, I'm a huge fan. My whole wall decor is just vinyls.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, we are cruising through today, so let's just take a second to breathe. Kinsley, what you do this weekend?
I didn't do much, but kind of get a cold, if you can't tell. What were you up to?
You know, I got to do some work for the class, but I also heard that there was a craft fair on Saturday.
Did you go?
No. But Bear News reporter Rowan Nicodemus did, and let's take a look.
On Saturday, the town of Eaton hosted the 5th annual Spring Fling Craft Fair. Vendors could set up camp and get ready to sell stuff they have just around their homes or homemade goods.
I came at the very first one, so I've been here for 5 years. I sell hand-carved stone roses, painted stone slices, selenite, crystals, fossils, and coins.
But there's a couple of items that draws Adam's attention in.
There's a gentleman down the way who's hand carves and hand makes wooden toys and birdhouses, and they're just beautiful.
Between the fine craftsmanship and the fine detail on the toys, how does this attribute to Colorado's community?
Oh, I think this is a great example of community. We always value community here at the EAPRD. So I think just come out, see the vendors, and get to meet some new people.
This is Rowan Nicodemus, signing off with Bear News.
Wow, that looks like a great way to start a spring day. And I cannot wait for other summer and spring events that are coming to Greeley.
Well, Jalen, if you're looking for a summer market closer to home, don't worry. The Greeley's Farmers Market is coming back to the outdoors. Starting May 2nd at 8 a.m., local farmers and vendors will see the sun at 7th Street. North of Lincoln Park, people can find various products such as produce, dairy, baked goods, and more. The market also supports assistant programs such as SNAP and Double Up food bucks, so don't forget to grab your bags and shop local.
But if none of that is really your style, then you missed out on a petting farm on petting farm animals last weekend. Bear News reporter TJ Gurney went to show us how cute those animals are.
Don't let the cold weather from the past few days fool you. Summer is slowly creeping up on us. And what better way to kick it off than with some furry friends?
Today is Baby Animal Days. It's an event where we just kind of celebrate spring by having a bunch of baby animals come in so people can interact with them and learn about kind of the agricultural history here in Greeley.
This past Saturday and Sunday, Centennial Village Museum allowed visitors to meet some animals and even take a stroll through history. But during the summertime, the chance to learn is even greater.
Baby Animals is our first event of the season. Then we have History Fest in May, which is like a week-long field trip where tons of kids get to come out here and put their hands on history and learn more about Greeley and Weld County's history.
But for now, sometimes it's important to get out in the sun, meet some new faces, and get ready for summer, even if you're a little tired. Or even a little disinterested. There's still lots of fun to be had.
My favorite part is just interacting with the kids and being able to teach them things that most modern children don't know anything about. Most kids don't get to experience like where their food comes from or what a farm is like, even though we live in a pretty agricultural areas.
TJ Gurney, Bear News.
How cute. I love little animals.
Yeah, me too. And we're going to take a little break, but coming up, we'll get a deeper look into what really happened in Vegas, hear how Bears are getting ready for summer, and the last sports report for the year.
So we'll be right back.
Being a cowboy, I don't know anything different from when I was 3 or 4 years old. I did tough things. I thought everybody needed to do tough things, and if you didn't, I didn't have time for it. I had a very successful career at a very young age, and life was fast. I was preparing physically. I wasn't doing anything mentally on the inside. And then I got hurt. I wanted to be better as a person. And I really dug into mental health. I start my day with 20-minute workouts. I live life 8 seconds at a time. Horses are so therapeutic. They know what you're feeling. When you're nervous, they're nervous. You won't say it back, but we're pals. I take a lot of responsibility in taking care of my kids, my family, and being there for them. You're gonna have tough days. Everybody does. Find a place to stop and just breathe. Love your mind.
Welcome back, Bears. Before it's over, make sure to head over to Guggenheim and visit the Mariana Gallery. Student artists made their debut on Tuesday, featuring a variety of different mediums with similar concepts. Public Property by Medi Reckling shows paintings and sculptures regarding how women are seen and treated. The gallery is open to the public until Thursday. So Jalen, I'm feeling better since Vegas. How are you feeling?
You know, I'm feeling a little bit better. I will say, I think I just needed like 20 different naps, but I'm all good right now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. What would you say was your favorite part?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I mean, I was so caught up in the experience of NAB and the BA conference, plus just being in Vegas, there was so much going on. But one thing became very clear to me.
What was that?
That the media world is changing so fast. I mean, staying ahead of the curve matters. So I asked AI to help fill in the gaps of the weekend that I couldn't, and take a look. I made an entire AI broadcast. From bright lights to broadcast innovation, my fellow classmates and I took a trip to Las Vegas and came back surprised by more than just the strip.
And I'll show you the secret. That way you can go home and you can do it for your friends.
My name is Jalen, and this is me before we go to Vegas.
My name's Kinsley, and this is me before Vegas.
My name is Greg, and this is me before we go to Vegas.
I'm Sean, this is me before Vegas.
But the trip wasn't just about the destination. And as media continues to evolve, I use artificial intelligence to tell parts of the story in a new way.
We thought NAB was the main attraction until Vegas had other plans.
At the Broadcasters Education Association conference, UNC students took the stage to present a panel on how artificial intelligence is changing media. And it's changing fast, so I'm glad I got a first-hand look at how the media world is evolving. Outside of the conference, even the street performances had a surprise. The biggest surprise came at the National Association of Broadcasters.
I'm Kinsley.
I'm Greg. And we're here at the NAB conference and having a great time.
Where students got a first-hand look at the newest tools in broadcasting. From production trucks, live graphics, and cutting-edge technology, all shaping the future of news. It started as an energetic trip to see where the media world is going, ended with tired bodies, full minds, and lessons ready to bring. This is Jalen, and this is me after Vegas.
My name's Kinsley, and this is me after Vegas.
My name is Greg Egbert. This is me after Vegas.
My name is Sean, and this is me after Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but the memories and lessons we learn will always last.
And to think that video is only the smallest glimpse into all the amazing things we saw last weekend.
It truly is, And I want viewers to understand that I used AI as a way to help make the video, not take over the video.
Which is a very important distinction. Well, something else that is important to know is, Jalen, are you ready to graduate?
Oh my goodness. I would say I'm not ready, but I'm a little excited, you know?
Well, Bears, make sure you congratulate your friends because graduation is coming up. Ceremonies will be taking place all day May 8th and 9th. So Bears, make sure you snag a ticket or prepare your walk across the stage. Are you staying in Greeley?
No, I'm gonna be moving back home, but I know I'm not the only one. In between library study sessions before finals, UNC students have been busy packing. Those who live in the dorms have only 24 hours on their last day to pack up and get out. For many students, this is a daunting task.
We're already overwhelmed with our finals and everything, and then having to pack on top of that is really hard.
Even though it's going to take a lot of work to get up out of here, lots of students are already looking forward to summer. And as the summer semester comes to an end, the students are looking ahead to summer. Bear News reporter Rowan Nicodemus spoke with some Bears to see what they are looking forward to most.
Curious to know what your fellow Bears summer plans are? Come on, let's go into the UC and find out together.
So this summer I'm trying to take a little bit of a step back because I work full-time at a behavioral school and I do full-time college, so I'm trying to do a part-time with that same school during the summer, and then I also plan to take summer classes at Ames and then hopefully, just have some time to relax from the whole schoolwork thing.
Maybe this summer you can pick up a new hobby, like disc golf.
I know that there is a fencing company that I could apply for, or just kind of something related to an on-campus job.
And Bears, make sure to soak up the sun while it's beautiful out.
I'm continuing the job I had last summer, which was for a summer camp. And that's honestly all I have planned as far as I know.
And this is Rowan Nicodemus signing off with Bear News, passing it off back to Jalen and Kinsley at the desk.
Man, I cannot wait for summer to hit. What are you up to this summer?
I don't have any solid plans right now. You can catch me tanning and relaxing for the next 3 months, but I'm definitely going to try and get more active. I'm thinking about trying pickleball. What about you?
Oh, I love pickleball. You know what? I'm going to have to copy you.
Absolutely.
And on the topic of sports, let's head it over to Savannah Amack for the last sports report of the year.
Good afternoon, Bears, and welcome back to Sav Sports. I'm Savannah Amack, here to give you your final look into athletics for this semester. Although the school year is wrapping up, your Bears keep going. Hopefully you didn't miss softball at home because let me tell you, it was a weekend to remember. The Bears rallied past the Weber State Wildcats for a full series sweep, winning 8-7. But it wasn't all smooth sailing coming into the last game on Saturday. The Bears fell into an early hole, trailing 7-1 after just 2 innings. The comeback started in the third when junior Emily Morales hit a 3-run homer to spark the offense. Northern Colorado kept the momentum going, putting up 4 runs in that inning before tying things up in the 4th. Then, in the 5th inning, junior Jazzy Longo delivered the game-winning home run for your Bears, and junior Anna Wilming shut the door for Weber, throwing 5 scoreless innings. The Bears finished their home schedule with an 11-10 record and now prepare for Big Sky Championships. Over on the golf course, one player stood out. Kaylin Delaney earned first-team All-Conference honor after an impressive performance all season long. After winning the Jean Miranda Falcon Invitational in September, Delaney brought UNC Golf their first individual tournament win since 2022. Now, the team turns their attention to the Big Sky Conference Championship running today through Wednesday in Goodyear, Arizona. In other news, the 2026 NFL Draft was in Pittsburgh over the weekend. Headlining the night was the Las Vegas Raiders selecting Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza with the #1 overall pick. Quarterbacks went early with Miami's Carson Beck and Penn State's Drew Allar among early selections. And you don't have to wait until the fall to get in on the football action. While most spring sports have wrapped up their home schedules, you can still catch football at Nottingham Field on Saturday for their spring game. Now, the next couple of weeks for your Bears are packed with postseason action. While men's golf competes for a Big Sky title, baseball wraps up its home slate tomorrow against Air Force and then Friday and Saturday against Omaha at Jackson Field. Softball heads to Pocatello, Idaho for their conference tournament beginning May 4th, and track and field will compete at Colorado State on Saturday before heading to Big Sky Championships May 13th through the 16th in Portland, Oregon. Well, it's been an exciting year for UNC Athletics, and I know I've had fun. With Big Sky Championships underway, there's still plenty to cheer for. So thanks for tuning in, Bears. And now let's head back to Kinsley and Jalen to see what else is happening around campus.
Thank you so much, Savannah. I'm really going to miss your little reports. But if you did not hear the news, this is our last show of the semester. We have had lots of fun, and it's a bittersweet feeling for all of us. But why don't you take a look?
Have you ever wondered how we put on Bear News? Well, first, you have to start in video production, where you learn the basics of producing, technical directing, and editing. But how do you pick what role you want? Professor Sean Montano does it for you.
And then I actually watch them grow as we continue. But I try to put everyone in a position that I think they can succeed in Bear News.
Yet, all good things must come to an end, and the group you have gotten used to on camera and behind the scenes are leaving to make room for the next. So how are we feeling?
What I miss most about Bear News is the community and how fast-paced we are. I love the busyness, but really the relationships I've made in this room have made it worthwhile.
Yeah, all the hard work and passion has made us a little bittersweet.
I'm going to probably miss this group as a whole more than any other group that I've been around. Again, I think not only have you guys have gelled as a team, but I think we've gelled as a team.
We love showing you all the news you needed to know, and we cannot wait to see where our journeys take us.
Man, it just brings a tear to my eye.
Really?
Nah, not really. But I am excited to see what the next semester of Bear News will be up to. But for now, it is time for us to go and study for finals so we can relax for the summer.
Yeah, we love talking to you guys and keeping you informed all semester, and maybe we'll see you guys on a bigger screen, who knows?
Hopefully we do. But before we go, do you have anything you want to say?
I want to thank the Academy, but also I want to thank all the amazing people we work with who made this a fun experience.
Of course.
What about you?
Well, I just want to say thank you to all you guys for tuning into the news every week. We couldn't have done it without the support of our fans. And I also want to say thank you to my family, and I love you guys, and I couldn't have done it without you guys as well. Well, that's going to do it for us today.
Bye.
Bye.